This is G. We're going to take a look at the week of August 10th. The week of August 10th, 2026. This is the eclipse week. Right there is the date of the eclipse on the 12th. It's at 20 degrees in Leo energy. 20 degrees in Leo. Now, there is a separate video for this where I take a deep dive. I'll touch upon it here, but if you want more details, be sure to check out that video for yourself. You can see Venus is making a lot of connections to planets. She's talking to Pluto. They're both at 3 degrees here. Relationships, deep connections. It can simply be conversations with friends because there's a strong rapport happening. There might be revelations, things you just never knew before. It's an intense bond to Venus's love and desires. So an intense bond, this brings up soul history, soul memory. There's a rapport going on. There's a back and forth. There's a give and take. And there might be a connection to wounds of the past. So you may be talking to somebody who you used to be in a relationship with. You might be talking to somebody that you're currently in a relationship with. This might be an opportunity to discuss and to get it all on the table, to get everything up, cleared the air, so to speak, because Pluto is about showing us what was buried. And we have a new perspective. We're kind of open-minded with Aquarius energy. We're ready for different and new opportunity to heal wounds that were in significant one-on-one relationships. Now, with that said, this can also have to do with money and values, not just love and in a love relationship, but many times the Libra energy can be the professional partnerships, not just marriage. At the same time, Venus is in a very strong opposition with Neptune. So this tells us a lot about her frame of mind. She's going to want to believe things. She's going to be under the Neptune effect, which means she'll be highly impressionable at this time. So this is Monday and Tuesday, deep communications, something that's meaningful, something that's purposeful. Pluto is intense energy. Talk about things. You do not want to make major decisions under this energy. So she has to wait a couple of days and let her think on it. A couple of days, we're talking eclipse energy. 20 degrees in Leo. So it's interesting because we're talking relationship energy. Leo is the romantic area of our life where we feel like a kid again. This is the area of dating and relating and mating. Leo energy also talks about children, but creative energy, really creative energy, having fun with my body can be sports, but it can be the other kind of fun with my body. It's a mini trine, but it's the bigger picture of a kite that's in the chart. Mercury is at the top of the kite. So communication will be likely. Authority figures, masculine, like the partnership energy, because Jupiter's in Leo, but we're talking about the future. We're considering the future. And Uranus, that's the other piece of this mini trine. Uranus says new, exciting, and different. So there is this rebelliousness and this I'm willing to test and play around and experiment and try something that I haven't tried before in terms of learning, communicating, networking, exchanging information, because Mercury's all about learning, which means listening. Listening is a big deal. And the Mercury is amped. I mean, super amped because she's connecting with Uranus, which is her higher octave. So there's a strong basket. Again, that bucket, that basket thing is here. It's the same kind of setup that we had when Jupiter was in those lower degrees across from Pluto. See, now it's Mercury's turn to be in that position. So here we're talking. We are sharing information, gathering and sharing it, putting it back out. So, of course, the news and that whole thing with public figures and politicians and blah, 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 and the Epstein piss and all that horrific crap. But this is an energy that is trying to focus on the positive side. for you in your life. Let it play out, observe and learn, and be part of the communication process. Be part of the listening process. Be that one who's sitting there, maybe perhaps even taking notes to make sure we're getting it right, because of the Neptune effect. But it does add an element of surrender, of understanding and acceptance, quickness, the quickness of change. So change in regards to possibly children, or change in regards to how you have a good time and play. Like Leo energy is entertainment, like what we do for fun. It wants to have a party. It's all about, we're in the sun, we've got some drinks, we've got some ice, we've got some music. And it's also about what happens when the sun goes down, like because of the 20-degree piece of this, what goes on behind closed doors. That's part of this. So it's deeply intense and bonded energy. Just keep in mind about the level of confidence and courage that's going to be real strong this week. In addition to the Neptune effect, it's Mars. Right at the beginning, Mars and Sirius start conjunct. They've been conjunct since the 1st of August. All right. They've been traveling through Gemini together. So this is a strong desire, even almost feeling like a need for learning. The Mars is going to enter Cancer energy, and then Sirius is going to join it. So there's a little bit of change here. A little bit of change is going to happen. And that change is Mars in Cancer, which means fired up emotions, feminine energy, childhood, the past. Mars mixed with this means our emotions can become boiling. They can boil over. Mars inflames. Mars throws a flame, literally, on the Cancer energy. So you've got the boiling water on the stovetop. So for the rest of this week, the Mars energy, under the Neptune effect, you can feel sleepy because Mars is your body. You can also feel a little need to escape and to detach and to get away. And that's fine. That's safe as long as we're doing it in a creative way, or in a way where we're reading a book or watching a movie as opposed to using substances, right? The other thing, though, is that Mars can take action being so angry in Cancer energy. And if it does, it's going to be under the clouds and the confusion of Neptune, the illusion of Neptune. So this can be a time where we're going to probably, it might be best to just lay low. We're not feeling right. We're feeling out of sorts. We're a little, our emotions are a little boiling over kind of thing. Do something creative with it. For the eclipse, a new beginning in shared values, a new beginning in how we create, a new beginning in deeply meaningful, intentional creating, and me being the authority of my own life, me standing out as a strong, independent individual, meaning I feel comfortable in my own skin. I stand apart from somebody else, and that's okay. It takes the authority of its own life into its own hands. It's a release. Even though it's a new moon solar eclipse, which means it's a new beginning, this is one of those things where it includes some sort of a release of letting go of the past to make room for the new. And the South Node at 29 is usually a big degree, normally a big crisis point. All right. So again, Leo energy, children, fun, joy, creativity, romance. What it is that I do to feel like a kid. What and where is my happy place? Mercury conjunct Jupiter. This almost brings about an unsatiable desire, a desire for courage and freedom and standing strong in my own skin. This is energy that can bring good news. This is energy that can bring lady luck. This is energy that can bring surprises where we took a risk. Some, though, describe this as we have made our own luck. So maybe it won't be such a huge surprise for some individuals, because as Mercury was learning and taking in information from Venus, love and money, from Uranus, try something new, and then connecting deeply with the Jupiter energy. I would say to start paying attention on Monday for sure. As the week moves on, so Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, by Saturday, Mercury has moved to 11 and Jupiter is at 10 degrees. All right. So that window again with the Jupiter and the Mercury and your luck, lady luck. Remember, Leo takes risks. So it's Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday where you have the big conjunction. Creative energy is strong and taking risks is over the top, confident, strong. So whatever you do, don't take any risks that you can't afford.